a power steering leak, so trying to find a leak. See something leaking up here. The oil is coming. Ok, páralo ahí. Apágalo. So it's leaking from the gearbox. This is a 2015 Subaru STI. So we're gonna have to remove the rack and pinion, and then this is the two seals we're gonna be replacing. That's the part number. So we gotta get the rack down and go from there.
Alright, so the rack and pinion is out. I'm gonna explain the best I can for you guys to know how to take this out without taking too many stuff out. So let me show you up here first. You're gonna have to take all the filter. I mean, if you're doing this with a partner, you don't have to take this out. So you can have somebody, once you unhook that hose right here that goes to the power steering pump, so with the 14, you can have your helper help you fish that line through it. If not, if you're doing it by yourself, you're gonna come up here like 3 times because that hose is gonna try to get hooked somewhere here. So once you have that hose out, then there's gonna be this other clamp here, and it's gonna be another 10 holding a little bracket. Once you take that 10 out, that bracket, you unbolt it from there, you're basically done up here. If you're taking out the filter, this one also has another extension here that comes to the filter, so that needs to come out as well. And the other front of that goes to the filter here. So once you have all that, you're done up here. Then you're gonna get your tire out on both sides. Once you get your tire out, you're gonna get this loose all the way up. Then you're gonna flip it and put it back in until it's flush. The reason why you want to put this backward and flush is because you're gonna have to use one of these, and then you use a 19 right here to get the ball joint to press it out and down. If not, I mean, you can whack on it with a big hammer, but I don't recommend doing that. So just get one of these or have it frayed. I think it was only like $8, but this thing worked. Now once you have that out, then holding the actual rack and pinion is gonna be, first you gotta take out this straight. This straight is held by a lot of 14s and 2 17s on the end. So there's gonna be 1 17 there, a 17 up over here, and then all these are 14 14, 14, 14, which I have over here. All those are 14. These two long 114s, that's what hold the rack and pinion here. Yeah, those two. And then 2 more 14 on this side, and 2 more 14 to the actual frame of the car on the bottom here. So all those 14 need to come out. 217, like I said, and the sway bar. I'm gonna go down there and show you. The sway bar, you have to unhook it. Only what support, only what hold is up, will hold it up, not the on the end. So now the sway bar link. All right, so that's the bracket I was telling you, the 10 that hold the lines, and then you just bring the whole thing down. So let me go in there. Another thing is, once you have everything out and loose, you gotta kind of squish these. You gotta kind of take your time. So the rack and pinion is gonna go like this. First, you're gonna bring it down. You're gonna slide it over this way. You bring it down a little bit. Once it comes down, then you slide it over again. Drop it from this side, from the driver's side, and then you gotta wiggle it and play with it until you get all these lines down. So let me go down there and show you. Where's my light? Right here. Let me show you exactly what I did. Okay. So here's the sway bar. So the sway bar, it goes up like that. So once you take those hooks to hold it, you can bring the sway bar down and just let it hang. And here's what I was telling you, you gotta squish it because of that ball. You really don't wanna take this out. That's what messed up with your alignment. So in my opinion, I wouldn't touch it. So just kind of squish it. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just squish that thing and play with it. Take your time. It's gonna drop down. And then the back, you gotta make sure you mark. So this one, you just get this loose, get the ball out, and then once you take everything off, it's gonna kind of hang down. And then all you gotta do, you get a plier or a screwdriver flathead, and you tap it right here. Just tap it up and pull pressure, pulling down. Tap it up slowly. It doesn't take a lot. I mean, it depends how old is your car, but since this is not too old, so it came down super easy. And make sure you mark it. Make sure you mark it before you take it out. So there's my little mark. I mark it with a knife. You gotta mark both ends, here and the rack and pinion. And here's where the 17 go. 17 right here, and then all the other ones, like I told you, they're 14, most of them. Okay, so rack and pinion is out. See, you don't have a lot of room over here to use a. Your only shot is gonna be this, unless you want to whack it, like I said, because this one will not fit. This one, a ball joint thing, it will not. You cannot get to the center of the ball. It will not let you. So that's why you gotta use that. All right, so now I'm just gonna proceed changing those little seals. Like I said earlier, at the beginning of the video, that's the part we're gonna be changing. It's just 2 little seals. 2 little seals. That's gonna go. It's gonna go inside there. So we gotta pop those lines out. Take those lines out. Take those 3 screws. No, actually only 2 screws. 2 screws, but the lines need to come out. in order to fix it. All right. You need a 12. Perfect. Better if it has a notch. Make sure you put some brake cleaner on this before you start taking it apart. I already slide the seal here. I slide the seal that goes here down. So I took that off already. So now I'm working on the hoses, the lines. I'm just gonna take these two lines here, those two 12, and then a 10. This 10 over here that hold the bracket, that holds it to the rack and pinion, so I can slide the whole thing up with the hoses, with the lines. So that's the plan. Got the 212 out. We got the other 212 lines. So now I need two handles on these, but yeah, it's moving. So now I just gotta slide that up slowly. Fit right on. Yeah, let's try this 12 backward. There you go. There you go. So you gotta find something. You gotta find something that fit on this. So when you whack it down, it goes straight. Now, you gotta make sure we put it back same way it came out. So I'm gonna clean this first. Get some brake cleaner here. So now we gotta flip it over so it's nice and clean. Flip it over. Now we'll get a new seal. So make sure the new seal go with a flat to the inside. So let me put some lithium grease. Lithium grease. It's not gonna hurt the gasket. So we can slide in easy. first. Leaking grease. Break it again. Then drop it. Leaking grease. Drop it like it's hot. There. Now we take our 12 backward, like we took it out. I mean, actually here we can use a bigger one. So on this one, I'm gonna go with a 19. That's all the way in. Take it out, yep. Confirm that it's all the way in. Nice and flat. There you have it. It's all the way in. Alright, so now we're gonna proceed sliding it back inside the thing and build everything back. So we'll put some put some leaking grease here. So gotta go in the same way it came out. So
Now we tap it by hand. Make sure it's tight where you need to be. There it is. Now we just gotta put everything back in, put all the lines back, and that would do it. I just hope this video helps someone. Please like and share and subscribe. Thank you. See you in the next one. Alright, so I got all the hoses in, all the lines. I forgot to mention something before you start taking things apart. Make sure you lock your steering wheel nice and straight. Put the seat belt on so it won't move. Okay, espera. Bleed it out. Apágalo ahí un rato. All right, so got the liquid up to level. Now, gonna check, make sure everything's good. So everything's good. It's not leaking anymore. Gotta go driving now. Everything's nice and dry. Before it used to drip all the way. Alright. The steering is nice and smooth. See the steering. Nice and smooth. All right, see you in the next one. Thank you. So, as you can see, now everything's good. That's the baby right there. Peace.